Hey guys, Chris here with Klingspor's Woodworking Shop. Welcome to Coffee and Grit, where you sip your coffee and I give you all things nitty gritty about Klingspor's Woodworking Shop. Today, out here in the store, I'm taking out this MicroJig CNC setup. If you've never heard of it, well, climb out from under the rock because it's been out for a while now and it's hitting all things good. So let's say you're running a CNC and you want to try to do something decorative on the face of this board, but yet you don't really have a way of holding it down. Well, MicroJig has made it easy for you. Let's check it out. So if you've got the CNC, you can make this MatchFit style setup using a simple system of 1/2-inch dovetail grooves. And that 1/2-inch 14-degree dovetail groove, their bit, by the way, is the way to go because it gets that radius for you, makes life a lot easier to sand, and it creates a slightly radiused bottom cut. But that's beside the point. You can learn about the MatchFit system, the bits somewhere else. But for here, we're going to talk about this work holding setup. So if you created yourself a platform on your CNC, just like I've done here, the kit, if you bought the whole kit, it comes with these nylon screws and washers that lock everything down. So this system, this table, it's not going anywhere. Now, from there on, you use this system of grid options. And the way the instructions in here are pretty detailed, and it gives you all the things you need to do to be able to cut the proper groove on the side and here. And what that does is it allows for these two to lip on here accordingly. You tighten these down, it's automatically going to be square. Okay, so once you get these two down, then it's a matter of figuring out what else you need to lock your piece in. So in this case, if you were trying to lock this piece in, this obviously is going to be your corner right here. This is the corner in which everything is getting pushed into. All right, so this bottom left corner for me, bottom right for you, is the main reference point. Now from here, they've got an adjustable slide, so you can raise this all the way up, push this all the way back, get it close, and then you want to lock this one down. Okay, now the beauty of this particular setup is this can be placed against a flat edge, or if you're trying to push in on a corner, guess what? That little notch will lock in on the corner as well. Very, very cool setup. So once your lock one is down, then you can push this forward and simply rotate this knob until it slides down at a slight angle and it pushes itself into this. And I'll back that up again so you can see it clearly. You can watch it slide its way down the ramp. And that's how this locks into position, is through that ramp configuration. So this will come on down and lock in position. So now this is pushed against this reference point. If you had another one of these over here, you could do the same. Now, they've got a series of other hold downs as well. So now this one is a flat option that comes against the material and holds it in. So you can still overhang this with a bit if you needed to accordingly. Now this one, it operates off of a little pin. You can see this is thinner than this side. And so you can choose which side you need based on the part. This slides underneath this configuration. This has a little T-post style setup that locks in there, and it allows this to toggle and swivel on the little hinge, so to speak. You can also notice that it's got this little V-notch here. Well, all of this gets resting on the lip, whichever side lip you need according to the thickness of your part. You choose that, and then this part is what holds it down. Or you can swing that around and do it that way, where this actually locks in on the notch. So you got a couple of ways you can use this, and how that works is like this. So I'm going to slide the fixture into the dovetail groove. I'm going to bring this up as far as I can. I'm going to slide this all the way over. And it looks like this is a good configuration. So from here, I'm going to lock this down right on the radius part of the door lip. So this one does require the clamp to sit on top, while this one pushes in. Now, the nice thing is now the part is held down. But now what if you wanted something else to be able to push it in to this other side? Well, there's a couple of these in the kit, and there's a couple of those in the kit, but there's one more here that I want to show you. Now, this is essentially a two-part deal. You've got this little wedge piece here, and that fits inside this little ring. Now, if you notice, this hole, this donut, is not perfectly centered. It's offset. So this is an eccentric piece. So if you're putting this in there, what you can now do is you can twist this to get a cam style fitment on your part. So it works out really, really good. So let's test it out and see what we can come up with. I think somebody's got this in backwards. Let's take it back out. Let's put that in that way. This is a store display, so people play with it a lot out here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this, and I'm going to move this out of the way because I feel like you might be able to see it better from this side. So I'm going to install that fixture piece in the groove, maybe, from that side. Now, I'm going to bring it what that looks to be like the smallest section. I'm going to swivel this around to show the largest section. I'm going to tighten that down. Okay, now watch as I lower that back. See how that pulls away? That gives you the idea. It shows you what the cam action is doing. So if I wanted this to lock in and cam in, I could bring this in like this to the smallest section, the thinnest gap. Then I can twist lock this. Now, which way you twist lock it makes a difference. So if this case I want to twist clockwise, and that's going to help push the part this way. If I went counterclockwise, it's going to push the part this way. So that's the beauty of this cam system, is it allows you to fully tension that up, get a nice little snug operation here. Now you can see if I back this one off, this still isn't going anywhere. This cam loction has this snugged in pretty good. This also makes to where your bit can overhang. So this full system is really good. It's all included in this CNC Workholding kit from MicroJig, and it's all designed around the MatchFit system. Now, let's say you don't have a CNC, but you want to use, you like some of these features, say for your sled or your drill press table jig or some other feature or fixture that you've made using the MatchFit system. Well, every single one of these components are all sold individually. Let's go to the other side of the store and check that out.
And get it started. Now you're good.
All right, so we've changed locations, and now we're over here at the main aisle section where all of the MatchFit system products are. So let's take a closer look, if you will. So obviously, they sell a full line of other jigs, but what we were just looking at with the cam lock system and the lock hold downs and the whole work holding kit, this is all available over here as well, independently. So if you wanted to make your own jigs and hold downs with the cam system, that's a great way to get involved with that. And yeah, let's move this over here. So you've got the cam system, you've got the fences, and over here would normally be where the ramp system would be. So there's all these are sold individual. So if you were looking to do this, then the MatchFit is available in individual components if you're not looking for a whole CNC package. So of course, we sell a full line of all the other MatchFit products, even including some of the new items like the dovetail pop stop. As someone who's been using MatchFit for a while and integrated his entire sled around their product line, this right here makes life so much nicer to be able to quickly adapt and make on-the-fly stops, reference point stops that don't affect you to have to remove them to make another cut. They simply fold down and below the groove. You continue making your other cuts as needed, but that will always pop right up and make a nice little stop for reference point if you're making a lot of unique things. So anyway, we've got it all over here at Klingspor's Woodworking Shop. Feel free to come on in, check it out in store, live, put your hands on it, or you can go to woodworkingshop.com to check it out. And of course, if you don't want to visit us on the web and you don't want to come to the store, you can always give us a call at 800-228-0000. And like always, if you've got any questions about any of the products we've talked about today, feel free to message us at technical@woodworkingshop.com. We'll be happy to answer that email for you, and call us up and we'll answer those questions live as well. Well, also, if you've got other questions, you want us to feature something on here, let us know. We'll be glad to feature a product that you've got questions on. Well, this is Chris with Coffee and Grit. Hopefully you've enjoyed your coffee and learning a little bit more about the nitty-gritty of all things Klingspor's Woodworking Shop and MicroJig MatchFit. See you next time.
Today's presentation of Coffee and Grit is brought to you by Woodworker Joe Whole Bean Coffee, a perfect blend of light, medium, and dark roast, roasted and packaged right here in North Carolina, exclusively at woodworkingshop.com.
If there's a product you'd like featured on Coffee and Grit, let us know at 800-228-0000 or email us at tech@woodworkingshop.com.